Now, you say these cuts are necessary to alleviate pressure on the system. The Democratic leader of the Senate, Chuck Schumer, he basically suggested this was a political stunt. Take a listen.
How much more transparently political can you get? This isn't about safety. It's about politics masquerading as safety. The level that they will go to, putting the American people in discomfort and worse, is unprecedented.
Now, one thing the Democrats point to is the last government shutdown, which lasted 35 days. These steps were not necessary at the time. Can you guarantee that not one part of this decision is rooted in any way in a desire to pressure Democrats to vote to open the government?
So I don't know how many families after the DCA air crash that Chuck Schumer talked to, but I talked to the families because the FAA in the last administration, they didn't look at the data that we had near misses between helicopters and cross-wing airplanes. And had they looked at the data, they would have taken those helicopters out of the river. And I'm looking at data with the safety team. I didn't tell the safety team to bring this recommendation to me. They actually saw it and they brought it to us. So we have loss of separation in the airspace. Those numbers are going up. More ground incursions. I have more complaints coming into the FAA from pilots who are saying that air traffic controllers are not as responsive. They seem stressed, or they're not using the appropriate language because they're under pressure. So I look at that data that came from the safety team, and the trend line is going in the wrong direction. So I need to take action and make sure that we keep people safe. And again, Chuck Schumer hasn't seen it. This is not politics. The only one playing politics is Chuck Schumer, who's kept the government shut down. He's voted 14 times to make sure we don't pay air traffic controllers. He voted 14 times to not open the government up, and he's encouraging his Democrat colleagues to do the same. So the only political play here is Chuck Schumer. The safety team looked at data, made a recommendation to me, and it's a hard decision, but that's what we've done to keep people safe. By the way, Jake, I've done all I can to make sure I minimize disruption. That's what the president has done too, saying I don't want to see disruption for the American people. Pete Hegseth, Secretary of War, texted me yesterday and said, I might have some air traffic controllers. If you could use them, I'm going to offer them to you. Now, I don't know that I can, Jake, because they're not certified in the airspaces that we need them. But if I can, I'm going to use them. Everyone in this administration, at the direction of President Trump, has said minimize the pain on Americans. So this is not political. This is strictly safety. And I'm doing what I can in a mess that Democrats have put on my lap. And now I'm trying to keep the American people safe and keep airplanes flying.
Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy, thank you so much for your time, sir. Really appreciate it.